going out there? I'm Linda. I'm with Sweet Ari Decor. I've got a home decor business, and I am making a ton of Easter stuff lately. I've had this bunny since last year, so he was from Walmart last year. He was $9.98 from Walmart last year. So we're going to start with our bunny. We're going to dress him up. We got to give him a cute little perch to stand on. So to do that, I have this candlestick. I have sprayed this candlestick with, you see how I just kind of like added on there? I sprayed it with gaps and cracks. I sprayed it outside. I didn't breathe it in. I was very careful. Don't mess with the fumes with this, okay? But sprayed it outside. So what you do is you spray it on here. This acts as the floral foam. It's attached. It's not going anywhere. So I sprayed that on there, and then it puffs up. It puffs up larger than what you put on, okay? So it did puff up some, and then I just took a knife and cut it flat because I want Bunny to. He's going to be flat. He's going to be sitting there flat on this, right? So that's what I did. I'll put my gaps and cracks away here. I love that stuff. You know what? Let me pull this back because I did not realize Bunny's going to be very tall once I get him on his little perch. All right, cool. All right, there we go. Once we start working. Yeah, that'll be good enough. There we go. Okay. All right, so I have the bunny from Walmart. I have the wood candlestick that I had sprayed with gaps and cracks. The floral foam is how I use it for, but it's actually spray insulation in a can. So I got this at my local home improvement store, kind of by where they have masking tape and stuff, okay? Now this I actually picked up. I do a lot of these from Goodwill. Yep, so I can get a lot of good candlesticks. Nothing wrong with it. Perfectly good condition. So he is going to sit right on top of here, okay? And then we're going to build out some floral, so it's going to be a beautiful little arrangement coming down. But what I want to do before we start is, that bow's okay, but it's got to go. It's got to go, all right? I think we can do better, guys. We can do better, all right? So I'm going to take this bow off of Mr. Bunny. Now he's flocked, so I don't want to pull too hard. I also want to break him, so I can just kind of use my scissors to kind of gently pull away at this. Just a little bit. I'm going to put a nice new pretty bow right over this, okay? I want to get this one going, but I want to be careful. I don't want to, well, first of all, my scissors are just jugular, so let's not kill the bunny. No, no, no. All right. But I'm going to be putting one over this, so I definitely have to get as much of this off as I possibly can. Let me see if I give it a little tug. How we're doing here. All right. So now I'm going to go and just kind of try to pry a little bit of it up. But see, I don't want to pry right where his neck meets that because I do not want this coming off. So I'm going to try to kind of pry from under here. There we go. It's come off a little bit, but that's okay because we're going to be covering this up. All right. Go at it from this side a little bit so I can get off there. Okay, so not bad. I got just a little bit. He's got a little bit in there. Not bad at all. Okay, we are going to use, I got this from Craft Outlet, but a lot of the online retailers have this type of ribbon. It is called, the technical term is fancy panty ribbon, because look at that. It's got the scalloped edge on there. It looks like our little underwear from the 70s when we had the pretty little nylon frilly little panties. It's fancy panty. So, because we're going to go with the pink, because our theme, if you look at the theme here, is one of the florals. It's a mixed bush we're going to be using, but it's got the purples, but it's also got some of the pinks, right? We're also going to pick it up with some of these little tiny florals we're going to kind of add in there as well. So it's got mixing the pink and the purple, so I can put in the pink and the purple, right? All right, so I want to start by kind of putting it, I want to be able to go around the back of his neck, all right? So we're going to do this in kind of the, it's the it's like an awareness ribbon kind of shape. All right. So you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to try to get this where it goes kind of around his neck. Because right now he's kind of wearing it like a shawl, to be honest, right? Just kind of want to fit it a little bit and see how this is going to go. If I crease it in the middle. Now, then it looks like it's too tight. So I think I'm going to kind of go around the back. So I'm going to start with just, I'm going to put a little dot of glue right here, right on our bunny boo. I'm going to bring this over. All right. Right, there we go. Hold that on for a second. Gotta be careful, if I dab too much, it's gonna come through and it's gonna end up whacking my fingers. All right, so I'm gonna cut a little bit that way because I don't want too much of this to come down. And then I'm gonna cut the other way. All right, just gonna add a little more dab there. All right. That's kind of just the base. This isn't the bow. This is kind of gonna be what the bow kind of attaches onto, okay? So to make the bow, so when it's on here, I'm probably just going to glue it on, to be honest. So I'm just going to use a little zip tie, just tiny little zip tie, okay? I'm going to try to do this by hand. I normally cannot make a hand bow because I just can't. My hands don't work so good. But bear with me, okay? Because this isn't going to have a lot of loops, all right? So first off, I do want to start by, I like to dovetail. Ooh, a little pretty dovetail. There we go. Nice and pretty, okay? I'm going to have that go kind of about that low. All right, so that is roughly, it's about a 5-inch tail, okay? I'm going to pinch it, put my little loop. All right, let's see, is that, I don't want a really big bow, okay? We don't need a big bow. I'm just going to cross it over, all right? Kind of go like that. That'll come down, because I'm going to put a little floral in the middle of that when I'm done. Okay, so that's really, honestly, all I need to do is just that. It's just like in the shape of an awareness ribbon, okay? Super, super easy. Okay, so before I tighten it though, I'm going to make sure my loops are the same size. And these loops are, about 2.5-inch loops, okay? 2.5-inch loops and a 5-inch tail. All right, let's snip that off. I want to snip that. I'm going to cut a little past where I normally would have cut the other one. All right, and then I dovetail this. All right, I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter. All right. Just a very simple one loop on either side. Does not have to be super elaborate, okay? I do want to cut a little bit more of this off on the bottom there because we're not going to see that, okay? So now I'm just going to go on the back of my bow. Just putting some glue, putting some happy, happy glue. Here we go. All right. And I can press down put my fingers kind of in the bow a little bit, like, and push on the back of the loops, right? The back of the loops. Now, I gotta be careful. This ribbon is a little bit thinner, so I just kind of glued my fingers. Ouch, ouch. Oh, thank you so much, CSMRWM. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. This is going to be fun tonight. This is going to be fun. Okay, so don't forget, we're going to put something fun there when we're done. All right, but now is the time we've all been waiting for. How am I going to put Mr. Bunny Pants on this? Well, these are basically floral. These are stems. There's some different picks and sprays that had come attached to these. I saved them, okay, but you can use wooden kebab sticks, anything like that you can stick into here because this bunny's made of foam. Now, I will have to push kind of hard to get it on there, but it's going to go. So, Lord have mercy. Come on. Come on, bunny man. Come on, bunny man. I should have put the sticks in first. He's a stubborn one. He does not want to go. Screw it. Abandon, abandon, abandon. F it. Screw it. We're doing it the other way. Doing it the other way. All right. So here I am trying something new. Did it work? No. That's okay. It's quite all right. And pull that off. I'm gonna have to put them in bunny first, okay? They're gonna go in bunny first. All right. It was harder to push in than I thought. All right, here we go. Oh, for the love of God. What is going on? Ugh. This sucks. Come on, bunny. Come on, bunny, get in there. Okay, it's supposed to be easier than this. It really, really is. This sucks. Oh my God. And I mean, I'm hitting it hard. Well, as hard as someone my age can hit something. Screw this. That's my nice way of saying it. Ugh. All right. Now I feel like it's in there. It's in there. He ain't going anywhere. I'm going to add a little extra glue around here. I apologize for having to hear so much of that whacking around. I'm a widow. It's been a long time since I've whacked anything. Okay. Putting it around there. Let's go and put all sorts of glue on there. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. All right. Holding him in place. Hello, bunny. Hi. You're kind of cute. Are you single? No? Okay. You don't date older women? No. He doesn't like me. He would not swipe on me if this were Tinder. And that's okay. That's all right. All right. Here we go. I apologize for that taking so dang long. Put some more. All righty. Here we go. Get on there, Mr. Bunny. He's not wanting to stay in the front. Here. Add some more. Here we go. There we go. I'm just going to hold him in place. All right. So the one thing I have to be very careful about when I do ship this is making sure I shipped one of these once and I did not wrap it well enough and one of the ears broke off. Now, they were able to glue it back on. It was okay, but I was mortified because I hate when that happens. I also know what the package looks like when it tumbles down at UPS. It's just like put a dice in a cup and then shake it around, and that's what happens to your package. So you have to wrap everything super, super careful. All right. So here we go. Go ahead, add some under his butt. Get him on there too. Here we go. Just going to hold that while it holds him in place. All right. Just want to make sure he's not going to come off at all. Alrighty. I should have probably put more supports in him. So if you're going to do this yourself, add another support and get a hammer. That was not fun. That was not fun. Okay. So I'm going to let that sit while I start pulling apart my florals. So we have this mixed greenery bouquet. Now, I got this from General Wholesale. The SKU number on this one is 64847-LVPUGN. Okay. I just used this on another project and I loved it. So this kind of comes apart in 3 sections. Now I do have 2 of these, okay? But last time I pulled these apart, well, we'll do this. There was even more that could have come apart. So I pulled that apart, but then this was actually 2 separate ones. So I can now even separate this even more. All right. And there we go. And I can trim this. There we go. I like to make sure we have nice sharp edges to put that in there. So I'm just going to separate this out. But I'm also, the key thing here is fluff. So we got to separate out all these individual pieces, okay? Because then it ends up taking up much more space. Looks super nice. I'm going to have these kind of bending downward a little bit. It's not going to come down. It's going to kind of just be kind of like that, right? But I probably am going to have to cut off a little more. I'm trying to cut on an angle too, because that kind of makes it sharper. More sharp? Sharper. I'm not sure what the correct grammatical term is there. More sticky. Sharpie, stabby. Okay, here we go. All right, so this one we're going to separate out. Look how pretty that is. I love that. Okay, I'm going to use some of this. Now this actually, you know what, I'm going to break this into 2 pieces. Oh, this actually broke into more than 2 pieces. All right, so what I'm going to do, because I know I'm going to end up needing this, is I happen to have a pick machine. Most of you don't. I do, but you can always just stab these in individually, but I want to keep these together, so I'm just going to add a silver pick on with my pick machine. There we go. All right, I'm going to keep this over here to my side. You guys don't need to see that. Okay, so we've got that. Now we've got this one. I don't need this that big. And I bet you as soon as I cut this, yeah, see, this is going to just come right off. Save your stabby, sticky things. Okay. I'm going to cut that on an angle. My pliers are kind of getting dull. All right, that should be, hopefully, still sharp enough to go in there. So I've got a second bush of this. I'm probably going to end up using both of them. All right, so we're going to have that in there. But I'm also thinking underneath here, I want to have, these are very small bulbs, so these are going to kind of be, they can be like closer to the surface, and that's okay. But I want to add some greenery down at the bottom. So this, as my base layer, this came from Michael's. I just bought this. I ordered it online, so I hadn't seen it in person. I didn't know if it was going to be good or not, but I like it. So this is the Ashland Deluxe Bush. And this was $7.99 regular sticker price. We don't pay that, friends, do we? No, we don't. Wait till there's a sale. Okay, so this has lots of different pieces, and fortunately, I can probably even break this out into even more and make it shorter, because I don't want to necessarily have, like, look how long this piece is, right? This is kind of a long piece, but I can trim this here and then break this into 2 separate pieces. So I'm going to do that, okay? And then that way, that can kind of like be down at the bottom. I'm still even going to trim off probably even more of this, because this is not going to be a super big wide arrangement. I want the florals to be kind of relatively close by, so it's not going to go out super far. All right, so I literally maybe only need about 1 inch left on that stem to pinch it in, because this is all, don't forget, this is the underpinnings, right? So this is going to go kind of like underneath here, and then this will go in here, but this mainly just to kind of cover some of what's going on down there. I will go in when I'm done and add in, if I can still see stuff, I'll add in Spanish moss. The reason I'm not adding it on now is if I cover this in glue and I stick the Spanish moss on there, then it's harder to get these to go through there. So it's a pain to do at the end. I don't like it, but I'll still do it because that's just when I need to do it. All right, so what I like about this is you see it's got the purple color, and it's really playing off. And there's so many different hues of purple in this one, so it's not, the purples aren't all super matchy, right? And they don't need to be. I'm just literally just going to push that right in there. All right. And here was the next one. I could have even cut a little bit more off of that, honestly. I didn't need quite that much. See, so that's kind of about as far out as I really want to go on the bottom. And then this will kind of come in and there'll be some florals. It's not going to be super, super tall. Well, I'm not intending it to be. When I actually get stuff done, who knows? If I mess it up or something, then maybe it will end up being super, super tall by accident. All right, so I'm going to cut that off there. I only want about 1 inch left on the stem. Cut that there. It's just like going in and giving all this a haircut. So I'm going to actually move this to the back. I want to have a nice area of all my nice finished pieces right here. Okay. I might keep this as one set. This is nice and full. This I'm probably actually going to maybe put toward the front. Because I already have a bow on the bunny. I don't think I'm going to put a bow on the front of the arrangement. I think we're just strictly going with florals. Putting it right in the butt crack of the foam. You see that? Right in the butt crack of the foam. There it goes. All right, I'm going to keep going around here. I'm trying to go in on a bit of an angle upward. I have another one of these bushes too. I'm probably going to end up using both of them, which is fine. Here, cut this one. That's why I really like this bush, because I'm able to cut it into so many different smaller pieces. That's fabulous. I love it. Push, push, push. I want to push. Sometimes if I want to push in but I don't want to glue it, I will kind of hold with my pliers and then kind of push it in. There we go. I don't want to burn myself. If you've watched me before, you know I am an idiot when it comes to using my glue gun, and I tend to not pay attention when I'm talking, and I will burn myself pretty badly a lot. Why? Because I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention. There we go. All right. And I still have a lot of the bush left on this too. Here we go. All right. Oops. Okay. Got that. We got that. So I did pull one of these apart and it ended up having like a much smaller wire, so I am trying to keep it attached to the other larger stem that it came with. All right, that one fell out. There we go. All right, so we're going to kind of move along this way. Now we're kind of looking at his back. Now, you know, we look at it from the front, but we also got to make sure, if you're using this as a centerpiece, you got to make sure that like what you got on the back end looks just as good as what you got on the front end. Now me, I'm chubby and I've had C-sections. So to be honest, I've got a fupa that looks like a front butt. So I have a front butt and a back butt. So when I talk about butts, I have to specify which one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the back butt. Make sure the back butt looks good. Front butt we can cover up. Here we go. Let me just get this in the garbage real quick. I'm very anal when I clean. I have to keep cleaning as I go because otherwise it distracts me and then I can't concentrate. I can't stand the mess. That's just a weird me thing. Most crafters aren't like that. However, if you looked at the floor of my craft room, you'd see that there's crap all over the place. Yeah, I try to clean that up once every couple of days, but just in case my dog gets loose, I don't want her coming in here and chewing on stuff. All right. This is a nice big piece for the back. So we'll see. I may or may not need to use another bush of this. I would like to not, because the more product I put in here, the more I have to charge, right? So I think for right now, we're looking good, right? Looks pretty. You can still see the candle base kind of through here. We're going to kind of build up now, so you can still see it through there, but it's not the main focal point. Oh, hello everyone. Stepped out on Faith Wreath Designs. Hello, hello. Thanks for watching, guys. Hold on a second, please. Bear with me. Technical difficulties. Hold on. Sorry. I have a runny nose. Hold on. Ew. Sorry. Nobody needs to see this, Linda. Nobody needs to see this. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we are going to go on to the next step, which is going to be adding on, again, this mixed greenery bouquet that came from, General Warehouse. 64847-LVPUGN. Okay. I've pulled it apart. I've kind of separated all the pieces. But now I want to try to trim it a little bit because I'm trying to get these kind of closer in here, right? I don't want a lot of extra gunk. I want to just kind of have it, the florals kind of close to the base of the money. All right. So I'm going to start probably like right in here. Just pushing it in. That looks good. You know what? I might end up using, I do have some 60919, some purple 60919, which is this, which is basically also kind of like same thing, but it's got a lot of green in here. So I don't know. I'm going to put that over there and think, because I have to put something in there. Like there's, right? Let me cut this open, because if I don't use it for this project, I'll definitely use it for something else. All right. Pulling apart 60919. All right. Snippity dippity. Separate it out. No, I don't like it because the greens are different. And that's okay. That's okay. We'll be good. We'll be fine. We will be fine. Just going to push those down a little bit more, because then the florals will come around here. I think we're going to be good. All right. So my next one, I'm going to put this one more toward the front too, but I like this leaf here, this fern leaf. We're going to kind of bend it down a little bit. Okay. Let's see if I can trim this. All right. Glue, glue, glue. There we go. I like that. So I can push it down a little bit more. Perfect, because the florals are going to kind of come in like the other flowers, and we're going to kind of put them around the top of here. So we're not really going to see a lot of that green stem. All right, I'm going to continue kind of working from the front. All right. This is going to be a lot to stab in there. I think I have to separate this out, guys. Yep, I have to separate that out. That's okay, though. This needs to be a little bit smaller. All right. Trimming. Add that, make sure that my paper is all, add that on the paper. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Okay, reminder, don't touch the bunny. Don't push on the bunny. Don't brace the bunny. Use the candlestick. I've done that before where I'm like, oh my gosh, almost broke the bunny. Broke the bunny. Okay. I'm going to add a pick onto this section. All right. So you see that? I used my pick machine and I added a nice, big, sharp honking pick. Don't stab yourself with this thing. And sometimes when because there's a lot to go through, I will actually cut the pick on an angle and get rid of some of the metal, because I just need enough to kind of go through and have it to grab on. That is like about a, what is it, like a 2-inch pick? We don't quite need that much. All right, and I'll do the same kind of here. I just kind of cut some off. I just need to get it kind of through the main hump. You're like, just kind of get, if it can guide in those stems, then they won't split once I'm trying to shove it into Bunny. All right. Oh, that is looking mighty fine. Now I'm liking it. All right, now here's this next big one. I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to trim off a little more, going on an angle. Ugh. Here we go. Boy, I've got to clean up all this stuff. I'm having a bridal shower for my stepdaughter next weekend. And people have to sit at the dining room table, which is right now covered in bins of Easter supplies. So I have to wrap up Easter this weekend. Or at least enough where I can put some of this stuff away. All right. Oh, there we go. I got a nice good push, I felt. Perfect. Give it a good push. I feel like I'm in Lamaze. Give it a good push. All right. I'm going to come around. I see we still have the back to do, so I'm going to take this second push. We're going to use this one as well. We're going to do kind of the same thing that we did. I mean, building this stuff up, this isn't the fun part. The fun part is really putting in the final florals, when you can really see everything come together. Right now, it kind of looks weird, kind of flat, and it's like, huh? Trust the process, right? That's what we're supposed to do. Trust the process. Oh, guys, thank you so much for the for the badges. Thank you for the gifting. You guys are so sweet. I really appreciate it. I am so glad. I am just so glad that the TikTok is back. I know people are like, it's just an app. No, it's not. It's our community. We found each other, and to give that up would really, really stink. So I'm really glad that we're all back. Here we go. Go. All right. Now, I like to spread it out nice and good so everything gets spread apart, because then it takes up more room that way, right? And we want to, but it's so airy and so pretty. And these are like paper flowers. They feel so pretty. Now, if this were going in an outdoor arrangement, I don't think I would use the paper flowers on that, because, you know, it's paper. But it is beautiful on this. I'm going to stick this. This is the back piece, so I'm going to stick this right in the back. And spread it out. All right. I'm going to put this one in there too. I was careful. I glue over stuff like the table, not over the stuff that's already in here. Okay. I don't want to accidentally dump glue on things that I have put in here. All right. So our next set, I think I can keep this together as one piece. All right. Here we go. It's going to be weird for me not to have a big giant bow, because usually that's how I operate. I put a big giant juicy bow on everything, but I think because he's already got the bow up top, I don't think I'm going to put in a bow. I could change my mind. I don't know. I could change my mind. We'll see. All right, I've got 2 bunches left. I got a small little mini bunch, so let me cut this off and put a pick on it real quick. Remember, you can pick your friends. You can pick your friend's nose. Don't pick your friend's nose with this, because he'll get mad. It hurts. Sorry. The more you know. Yeah. Sorry, you had to be a kid of the 70s to get that. Or I guess the 80s. Born in the 70s, but I only really remember the 80s. All right, so I've got kind of one left. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put it. But I do know I have done before where I've put a little bit of floral up at the head or a little bit in there. I want to just leave Bunny pristine. I don't want to futz with Bunny any more than the bow and putting a little flower in the middle of Bunny. And actually, you know what? I had found this came off of some other bush. And I'm actually going to put it on Bunny now. Because I got it. So I'm going to put it on Bunny now. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so fluffy. I'm going to die. No. What was that from? Oh, that's from Minions. You know, Gru and his little kids and all that. Because I have a 12-year-old, and now I can finally start watching like some things that aren't animated again. How lovely is that? All right, so I do have one left. I know me. I'm going to add in one more because that's just kind of what I do. But you know what? It kind of looks a little sparse to me, like right here. So I think I'm going to honestly pull them in, put it right there. Okay, so I'm going to separate it all out first. All right, now I'm going to put on my glue on both sides. Hold at the base of the candlestick, Linda, not on the bunny. And shove it in. Give it a good shove. There we go. This one, I don't think I can shove it anymore because I'm hitting the sticks that are holding the bunny in place. Okay, so he's not going in anymore, but I'm going to add a ton of glue right around there, so it's just going to... Don't drip, don't drip. I'm not doing anything obscene with the bunny. Yes, my face is right by his butt and I am blowing, but nothing untoward is occurring. I'm a proper lady. I would never do that. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Let's take a once over to see where we are at. Now I'm getting all my little glue strings off. I like to call this snot. I'm getting all my glue snot off, right? Because as we glue things, the little things drip down, and we get the little strings. That's the bane of my existence, honestly, those stupid little glue strings. I always photograph my items, and then at the end, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can see some of the glue strings. Ugh. All right, okay, so we've got, there we go. You see it's balanced, roughly the same on either side, okay? So now we're going to come in with our florals. So we have different bushes. These are really, really small ones. Now, I did not want to come in with any large florals because this is probably about the biggest I'm going to use, because if you look how small these are, if you come in with something big, it really kind of ruins the whole scale of everything, at least to me anyway. I don't want anything large. But I do have these smaller ones. All right, so we've got that. We've got some of these. I'm going to start by putting in these pinks. Now these came from Michael's. They were $9.99. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heads on here. All right. No, you don't use those to cut, Linda. Those are pliers. We get the price tag off. All right, here we go. All right, and these are also pushers. So they have leaves so we can push up. So I'm not quite sure how long I want my first ones to go. So I'm going to just kind of cut it down here so I can kind of hold it up and see. So if I got a stem on there like that. So we're talking about a good 3 inches down past where my last element is. So let's see. And these are going to be different heights too. But if I put this in here. Okay, so that's one that's closer. Now I want to do one that's a little further out, right? Because it doesn't all have to be right next to it. Like I want this to be kind of, you know, still to come in still somewhat. So let me take some of this off a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go on the other side with this. I don't want this to look so layered that you can tell like different layers of what went in where, okay? Because we want to mix in the purples, the other ones with this. Ooh, that one's not. There we go. There we go. Gotta add a little glue there. All right, but I don't really want to go anywhere past this. This is kind of like my past what, 7 inches or so. That's kind of like my little safety zone there, okay? Let's see what we're gonna do. All right, do one in the front, and then I'm gonna cut some of the other ones. So because I don't want it to look like I'm just doing kind of one at a time stuff. All right. Now we're gonna come in and cut some of this off. And this, again, these were from Joann. Actually, I got these last night. They're $3.99. They were marked currently 40% off. So today is February 19th. And Joann had things marked only at 30 and 40% off. Because we all know, rest in peace, they're going out of business. There's some of their stores. Most of their in-person stores, the 2 biggest ones by me, are going. Apparently they're going to keep one, but it's going to be a drive. So, but you know, I'll still go. Because I love it. I love their Halloween stuff especially, but it's just very, very sad, very, very upsetting, you know, but I guess the economy, and I don't know how I don't know. I just don't know. But, you know, we still have At Home Store by me. We still have Michael's by me and Hobby Lobby. But honestly, I have really turned to purchasing online. The thing that is weird about that for me, though, is I like to really see something in person because, you know, a bush might look fine online and then you buy it and it looks all plasticky. And I just don't like super plasticky bushes. All right, here we go. So this one's going to be a bit of a longer one. Down, Linda. And I can push the leaves kind of up to there, right? So I'm going to leave a set of leaves there. Nice, because I'm trying to conceal as much of that down there as I can. Okay. Now this one, I kind of want to go a little bit closer. I want to fill that gap in because that's going to bug me if I don't get that filled in, like, right away. There we go. And I don't really want to come up any higher than that. That's going to be the max height for me. All right, here we go. Get some more. It's just so sad about Joann. You know, I'm sad for the people losing their jobs. I know that they're still going to be available online, but, you know, it's not the same. It's just not the same. Okay, now I've got, do like a pink for the front. I bought a lot of these bushes, so I've got a lot of these to work with. So some of these have like a hot pink and a light pink. Some of these have like a light pink and a purple. That's why I like this, because I always love a varied assortment of different pinks. I love me some pink. It's my favorite color. All right, here we go. I wanted to go with one that has the leaves for the front. See, if I focus on kind of like the front and using the best stuff in the front, then if I get to the back, you know, we do have to take care of the back, of course, but it's not as imperative. There we go. And I'm not sticking this right on top of his feet either, right? It's got some space, right? It's got some movement in there. I could push it in a little more if I wanted to. I guess a little bit. But it doesn't have to be right on top, okay? This might be one of the last ones I put in the front, and then we're going to start moving around to the sides and the back. All right. There we go. All right, perfect. Go back around here. There we go. There we go. Definitely gonna need a little pink in there. Probably just this tiny little bit. This one's gonna go a little bit closer. All right. Right at the bottom of his foot. There. All right. I'm liking that, so let's kind of go around this way. I have this whole other bush of this. I have a whole other bush of this. Plus, as if I want later, I do have this other, I have to put some of this other pink in there as well. But that's going to kind of be just like little pockets here and there, because I do have a little bit of pink on his neck that we put in there. So let's use this other bush. Again, this was a $9.99 sticker price from Michaels. This is the Ashland brand. This is called a basic bush. I'm going to stick that down on my pin. Never mind. Anyway, you guys are going to think I'm gross, and you'd be right. All right. Move these around here. I never said I wasn't gross. All right. I think this is the last one off of this, so let's trim this one down. All right, going in there, right on his side. Okay. I think I want to have a longer one too coming out right here, so I'm gonna make this a longer one. Kind of going on the side. There we go. I like that. Okay, now I want to make sure I go put a longer one on the other side too. It doesn't have to be totally symmetrical, but I'm just trying to make sure it's balanced. The difference between balanced and symmetrical doesn't have to be the exact same thing or the exact same colors on the other side, but we don't want it to look like it's leaning too much to one side or the other. Stop touching the bunny, Linda. You think I'd learn, but no. There we go. A little bit in there. All right. Perfect. I feel like I need a little bit of, I don't know, there's like a little something going on here. I don't know what, but I need a little bit of something more in there. Some small, though. Probably another one of these. I think I need one that has a hot pink. So let me find one that has a hot pink. Yeah, here we go. Push that up a little bit. Oh, you know what? Actually, forget that. I'm going to use one of these. I'm going to use one of these other little bushes with the hot pink. There we go. I forgot I got those, right? I love being a hoarder, because then I forget what I have and I'm like, oh, cool. I do actually have what I need. Oh, I like that. There we go. There we go. But I still need some long ones to come out here, so I can tell, I'm looking at it, and it's starting to get too close to the base with too much of it. I need to start bringing it out more, okay? Especially like right. Ooh, where did that go? That didn't even go in the foam. There we go. Now that's got to go in a little bit more. There we go. I like that. I like that. Well, I don't have a lot of this pink, so I got to be kind of a little bit sparing about how I'm going to use this. So oh, do I have another one? No, but I got something similar. All right. All right. Did I need that much? Well, a little bit off the top. A little bit off the top. Here we go. All right. I should have my glue pot out. I know, I have a glue pot. Do I use it? No. Why? Because I always forget to turn it on. I forget I have it. All right. There. Okay. Now I'm happy. All right, now I'm going to go around the back. I'm going to finish putting on our large pinks. Go. That one's going to go up a little higher. This is going to come out a little further in the back. So we're going to go right kind of down here with this one. There we go. See, this is something fun. This is a little unexpected. If you walk into someone's house and they've got something to display like in their entryway, or you're coming over and they've got a really fun whimsical tablescape, that makes it super fun. And it changes it to just something, I don't know, just something a little extra special. And you end up with something like that. I'm going to save these two in case I decide I've got a little hole or something later. So I'm going to save those two. I'm going to put them in reserve. And so I got this one. I love this one. I should have bought some more of this, and I'm probably going to go back for more of this. It's just really pretty. I was actually going to walk out without buying anything at all because I didn't really see much. And then I saw this, and I was like, wait, go back. My daughter was thrilled about because she thought, she's like, finally, for once we finally get out of a craft store without mom buying anything. Ah, no, not so fast, little buckaroo. Oh, not so fast. Okay. This is a longer one. So I'm going to try to push up some of this a little bit and then put it right in here. Perfect. I love how the back is hanging down. I really like that look. That's pretty to me. It's pretty. All right. Throwing away all my extra sticks down there. We are really making some progress now. I feel like we're really going to town, as the old people would say. We're going to town. But whose town? I don't know. But somebody's town. All right, kind of fill that in there a little bit. Bring some more of this. Actually, you know what? Let me take a look. Put a longer one. I hate trying. Oh God. The labels they put on these things, guys. Am I right? The labels. What a pain in the butt. There we go. All right. I'm liking that. I don't want it to look like there's like a ring of flowers going around there. I want it to be like different heights and stuff. So here we go. I'm liking that a little bit better. That one has no flowers on it at all. I don't know why. Oh yeah, because I used them for something else. Okay. This I feel like it needs a little bit of something. Kind of right down here. It looks like a little empty. So I want to try to go in here and put one of these. More. There we go. Okay, there. I like that. That is good. That is good. All right, we'll put another one of these. Ooh, hold on a second. Look at that. It's got a little hook on it. That's not going to work. And I'm out of glue. I strictly use Gorilla Glue. I got to go back. Hey, Mason. Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh. Nick's Seasonal Decor. Hello. How are you doing? How is it going? I have been watching you lately. How is your nephew doing? He is just the cutest, cutie little patootie. Here we go. Here we go. I remember being at Wreath Makers Live, and you let me buy you a drink. Or, it was your birthday, and I don't know if you'd already had a drink, but I owed you something. So I think I owe you a drink next time. If you're going this year, come find me, because I will buy you alcohol, sir. All right, here we go. All right, kind of moving it around. This one just seems awfully long to me. Maybe if I move it down a little bit. Oh, there. I like that better. Okay, yeah, I like that a lot better. All right, now I still got to kind of move this around. Now, I still have some gaps back there by his butt. His butt's got gaps. So we are going to fill that in. Here we go. I'm going to have to grab another one of these bushes. That's okay, because it's right here. I'm going to try not to hit the camera. Oh. Oh. All right, here we go. All right, got some more of these. I love these. They're so pretty. Blooms in spring. It's called spring and summer bushes. That's the technical term. All right. I want to get a little bit closer on one side, and then I'm going to go in and put in that pretty hot pink. Oh, I love me some hot pink. I never had a favorite color until I kind of hit like my late 30s. And then for a while, everything was black because, well, I was going through a divorce. That was a whole big thing. But I also had an emo phase, so I was very much into everything black with a little touch of red. But then I met my Mikey, and color came into my life, and I don't know. I miss my guy, but he was just the best. He really was. He loved me in a way I didn't think anybody would ever love me, and I miss him terribly. But he supported my love of crafting as long as he could wait in the car and not have to go into a craft store. He didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. All right, so that's kind of the back. I see one spot where I do want to add a little bit. There's like a little empty nakey spot here. But you know what? I think we're going to try to add that with one of these beautiful pink babies. So not super long, not super short. I'm kind of going medium on this one because I'm trying to kind of like blend from the bottom layer to the top layer. There we go. Maybe just a little further in. Little further in. There we go. All right. I like that a lot. All right. I got a couple more of these very, very pretty hot pink ones. I do need to add some in the back for sure because we don't have a lot of hot pink in the back. I'm going to add it right in there. I'm adding it right above his right butt cheek. Do rabbits have butts? That's not a question I ever thought I would ask on a live, but it is a valid question. Do rabbits have butts? I don't know. I mean, I guess. But like butt cheeks, really. Do they have official butt cheeks? I don't know. Okay. I see. I would like something in here. There's just a little bitty hole, and I think I want to go. So I got a pink, a dark pink, and a purple. So I think I want to go with a light pink and a purple for that particular spot. I'm going to push it up a little bit because I like my pushers. Okay. Push that up because this doesn't need to be super tall. All right. Almost done. I kind of feel like we are right at the finish line here. I just feel like something is missing in here. Hold on. I want to sit down and look at this. Oh, hey. Here we go. I found something I thought I lost before. Yay me. Got pink. Okay, so let's see what we've got. We've got lots of pink there. I feel like we could add another little touch of pink in here, okay? Kind of like further out. So I'm gonna cut that one off as long as I could. I'm sorry I had to sit down, guys. Old lady back problems. Sorry. It went in just a little bit. Isn't there something so satisfying when you feel the stem go into the foam? It's just like, oh, it's going right where I said. It's a control issue. Ooh, control. You're going to go right where I said. Ooh, I'm like a flower dominatrix. Ooh. Our safety word is stem cutter. No. No, 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 no. I want another hot pink right up in the front. I know it means I might have less hot pink in the back, but I want it right here. And then I'll be happy. Then I don't care about what happens in the back. I mean, I do, but, you know, it's not as vital. But again, with anything else, don't ignore the back end, guys. Don't ignore the back end. Unless you're me, then don't touch my back end. All right, okay, there, now I feel like that blends a little bit better. Just could push this one in a little bit more. Nah, the glue already dried. All right, so one last little bit. Maybe. I'm debating. Maybe if I can just bring this up a little bit and kind of bring it up and in and over. Yeah, I think that's enough. I don't want to overdo it. Okay, I don't want to overdo it. And I want to have this. Here we go. Pink. There we go. The purple. There we go. Go down there a little bit. All right. What else looks like we need anything? All right, I'm putting the last pink one. It's going to be a long one. I'm going to put it kind of like right there. Yeah. That's it. That's the ticket. That's where it needs to go. Here we go. And, ooh, feel the burn. As long as it's not on my finger. All right, now that one lost its bloom, so I'm going to just turn that off. Okay. I like that. Okay, now I got just a little bit left, so why not use this too? So I'm going to stick this. This is going to be a longer one in the back. But I also cut one off earlier and I didn't use the leaves, so I'm going to try to put the leaves back on here because I wouldn't want to leave it by itself. Stop, Linda, stop. They can hear you. All right, here we go. There we go. Because in this extra leaves, it kind of helps fill up a little bit more of that space in there. All right. So this is going to go down more toward the bottom because I feel like we're missing a little touch of color down here. There we go. There we go. I like that. I like it a lot. So next to it, we're going to put in one of these. Oh, there we go. Boy, every time I try to put something in there, it's just hitting that stem that's holding the bunny in there. All right, I've got 2 more of these. Let's figure where we want to put these babies. Oh, I've got 3. Okay, well, I don't want to put them in there just to put them in there. Oh, yeah, I will. It's me. Of course I'm going to do it. I just don't like the idea of just leaving a couple, like 2 things on there. Look, as long as it's not going to throw everything off, what am I going to use like 1 or 2 of something for? Because there's always a rule of 3. So if there's only 2 left, screw it. I'm gonna use them. Okay. So I've basically just been adding in some more of these at just certain little spots kind of around here, doing one last pass. I have one piece left, trying to see where I might need to put it, and also pulling out little strings of glue, or as I like to call it, glue snot. Kind of pulling out some snot and seeing where this needs to be. And I think I need to go right there with it. All right, so I think that's where I'm going. That'll be my last one. Of course, my live had to cut off right before I got the last pieces in. TikTok, fix that. Okay. All right, so here we go. So we had a candlestick that I sprayed a can of gaps and cracks on the candlestick. It puffed up. 24 hours later, it became hard, and I was able to use it to act as my floral foam. Now, again, if you spray it, don't spray it indoors. Spray it outside in your garage and open that garage up. Don't glue that stuff in. But it does act as floral foam very nicely. I put 2 skewers in there, and then I shoved the bunny down on top of it and realized that that was not the way to go, and that I should have shoved him in the bunny's butt first. So put your skewers in the bunny first, and then push your bunny down on top of the floral foam, because bunny's foam was harder than I thought. Much harder than I was expecting, actually. But then we got them on here. We started adding in a layer on the bottom. This is greenery that has a little purple accent. That came from Michael's. So I added 1 bush of that all around the bottom, just to give it something to kind of support the rest of the greenery. The rest of the greenery kind of came out. Now this was with the little paper flowers here, and this came from General Wholesale. I used 2 bushes of that. I used several bushes of this. There's pink and purple, and there's dark pink and purple. These came from Joann. I believe these came from Joann as well. These came from Michael's, the light pink. Okay, the bunny was from Walmart. But can you just imagine? You walk in and you see this sitting in the entryway of someone's home that you're going to for Easter, perhaps. Or this is on their kitchen island. A lot of us like to decorate our kitchen island for the holidays. So a kitchen island would be a perfect spot for this. Also on your tablescape for Easter. Again, a great spot to put that in. Because he's finished all the way around. If we look, we're going to go all the way around. We're going to look. Turning. He's done on every side, so there's no bad angle to the bunny. He's got a little fur on him. But this is our beautiful finished Easter design. Make sure I get him at a good angle for you. How's that? Is that better? Is that better? There we go. Okay. Wonderful. Let me try to get some of this stuff out of the way here. We go through and read some of the comments. I'm always so busy doing stuff that I never get to read comments. Mari Mullen, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. House of Angelina, thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry if you were on the live previously. We got kicked off after an hour because I didn't move the stupid puzzle piece to say that I'm still active. It didn't think I was active. I'm like, do you not see my hands moving? Anyway, so this piece is going to be listed on my site, sweetariadecor.com. I have lots of my decor pieces there. I also do sell ribbons and wreath kits. I have a lot of wreath kits. Some of them are really cute. I have one with a honeybee. I've got one with a carrot with an Easter truck. There's a couple other Easter ones out there as well. So go check that out. That is sweetariadecor.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. And I'm gonna go eat a piece of cake. I don't know why I just said that. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat a piece of cake. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on social media and shop at sweetariadecor.com.